Hey guys, it's Chris. From glass tree houses to luxury houses straddling the edge of a jungle and Gothic castles in the USA, let's take a look at the 10 most incredible homes. Number 10. The Spiral Cylinder Forest Home. This is not a real home, but rather an amazing concept. The 5-story glass house, complete with a tree rising through its center, is an incredible fantasy that took the internet by storm when the pictures were first uploaded. It was a concept designed by Masow, and the house is an odd mixture of minimalist meets luxury meets nature. There's a single staircase that winds around the glass cylindrical wall, going floor to floor, with the massive tree blooming in the middle. One photo shows a library on one of the floors, and I can kind of imagine sitting in the quiet tranquility of this house while reading novels with my feet kind of propped up on the tree's trunk. It looks incredibly romantic for anyone who loves nature and books. However, this concept is a bit of a pipe dream. Not only would it be a nightmare being caught with your pants down in the middle of the forest by maybe some lost hikers or curious hunters looking through your glass walls, but there is a massive engineering problem as well. The enclosure has no plumbing or heating. So where do the pipes go? What about running water? Everyone wants to live in the forest until they have to wipe themselves with tree leaves. Number 9. Brazilian Rainforest House. Brazil is a beautiful place, thick with jungles, ripe with wildlife. Home of the sprawling Amazon rainforest, populated by some of the friendliest people on Earth, and home to one of the world's most incredible homes. Just looking at this house, which is situated near the coastal region of Sao Paulo, it just gives me chills. It's huge. It's sticking out of the jungle canopy as if Tarzan had won the lottery and built a modern mansion with a swimming pool and lounge on the roof. This thing is incredible, and it's made even more incredible by the jungle seeming to breathe all around its walls. I mean, you kind of have to wonder what it sounds like at night with all the nearby wildlife. The landscape is definitely scenic, and the architects played with that. They set the bedrooms inside of the main area of the house, which is elevated above the wooden deck and jutting out from the mountain. The open design is breathtaking, especially since everywhere you look, the wilderness presses in upon you. And talk about those sunsets. It's just simply amazing. I guess the only thing I'd really be worried about is a jaguar sneaking up on me in the pool. Wait, aren't there also tarantulas in those trees? Number 8. Connecticut's Gothic Castle. This is a dream for everyone and also kind of a curse. Living in a fairy tale castle, a Gothic masterpiece out of a magical world of wizarding, would be just incredible in so many ways. This amazing $45 million castle in Connecticut is the dream home of my childhood. With its tall spires, Gothic windows, and drab gray facade, going home every day would feel like showing up to the set of a horror flick. The castle comes complete with 8 bedrooms and 75 acres of land. And guess what? It even has its own lake. There's a guard post out front and a drawbridge that goes over a legit moat. I mean, are you kidding me? It's got a moat. There better be at least 4 alligators swimming around in there. Or, a dragon. It's kind of hard to fathom roaming this castle's halls, but as hard to fathom as someone building such a monster of a house in the state of Connecticut, which isn't exactly known for its vampire castles. My biggest worry with living in this horrific yet captivating home would be trying to navigate a snack at 3 a.m. Ghosts, goblins, poltergeists, and ghouls. I would need every hallway to be filled with night lights, or maybe some sort of secret passage down to the fridge. Number 7. Mumbai's $2 billion house palace. Mumbai, previously known as Bombay, boasts the most impressive private dwelling ever conceived. This is luxury on luxury, especially considering that for me, a luxury home would be any place with more than one toilet. Even most rock stars don't live in a house like this. I'm talking about a $2 billion mega mansion. Antilia, as the house is named, is home to one of the wealthiest businessmen in India. The only house more expensive than this one is Buckingham Palace, and that's where the Queen of England lives. Antilia has an impressive 400,000 square feet, 27 floors, ceilings that would kind of make you dizzy, and it's even designed to stand strong in case of an 8.0 earthquake. This is a palace most kings can't even dream of. There are massive statues, a theater that can hold 50 people, and even an ice cream parlor. The home comes included with a massive temple and 6 entire floors dedicated to just cars. There's enough room on those 6 floors for 168 cars. I mean, outside of Jay Leno, who even has that many cars? To get around, the house has 9 elevators that are super high speed. Imagine having to take the stairs every day in a place like this. It even has a snow room where residents can cool down when it's too hot. Number 6. Japanese Pyramid House. Japan is home to all kinds of weird stuff. They have weird entertainment, weird cartoons, and some of the strangest architecture in the world. There's no better showcase of Japan's affinity for the weird than the Pyramid House located in Hiroshima. This house is really impressive, and it looks even more impressive considering it's the only one of its kind in the neighborhood. All the other houses near it are totally normal. From the outside, it looks like a narrow Nubian pyramid with the tip cut off, but on the inside, it's simplistic elegance. Because the bottom part of the structure is glass, the black pyramid on top almost appears to float from a distance. Get close enough though, and you realize the home is built inside of an actual pit and surrounded by a grass hill for privacy. The inside of the house is super modern with a contemporary kitchen, an open dining area, and a rustic wood staircase. The upstairs inside of the pyramid is brightly illuminated by a spotlight. Taking a tour of this house is kind of like trying to navigate a Wes Anderson movie. It just feels surreal. I don't know, what do you think? Number 5. The UK Flower Petal House. In the United Kingdom, there's a famous man named Gary Neville, and Mr. Gary Neville wants to construct one of the most bizarre luxury homes I have ever seen. The plans are phenomenal. Luxurious, futuristic, and reminiscent of, well, flower petals. In the aerial concept photos, it looks like someone stamped the ground with a petal-shaped cookie cutter. It's beyond weird. The petals of Gary's would-be house are teardrop-shaped, and divided between them are 8,000 square feet. Most of the house is completely invisible underground with only parts of it showing from the sky. The roof is covered in grass. It kind of looks like something out of the year 2097. Even the interior is stunning, modern, amazingly sleek, built from concrete, stone, and glass. This is truly a place of style and comfort. It's riddled with personal gardens. There's even a proposed wind turbine that would work to power the entire home. But here's the sad part. The city council rejected Gary's plans to build this house, so it's never gonna happen. And that's kind of a shame, because this unrealized fantasy would have been an exact replica of Frodo Baggins' house in the Shire after he got rich destroying the One Ring. It would have been the ultimate hobbit house. Number 4. The Pole House. Number 4 on our list of most amazing homes is the Pole House, one of the most photographed homes in all of Australia. This beautiful, unique abode sits suspended over Fairhaven Beach, with perhaps one of the most striking panoramas in the entire world right outside the front windows. Nothing but beach and shining blue sea to the horizon. This home is ultra-modern on the interior and ultra-impressive on the exterior. Simple yet captivating. It stands on a single support beam, which makes the house look oddly like a giant tent spike crammed onto the hillside. The interior is plain and spacious with a hovering fireplace and floor-to-ceiling windows. And you know what you'll fall asleep to every night in this beautiful house? That's right, the calm serenity of crashing waves. The Pole House is a beacon of solitude and supremacy in an otherwise empty stretch of coast, almost like a lighthouse without the light. Funnily enough, renting this accommodation apparently comes with some pretty strange rules. For example, no parties allowed and no children. Also, the sparkling wine doesn't come included in the rental. Come on, what gives? Number 3, the Egg House. Have you ever wanted to live in an egg? I'm serious, like actually in an egg. Or better yet, on a sideways egg floating on a river in the United Kingdom. If a sideways wooden egg wasn't your dream home as a child, I'm kinda not sure there's any hope for you. But in any case, this egg house was constructed to support an artist, Stephen Turner, for an entire year while he observed the local swampy environment of the river to produce artwork. Whoever thought an egg could be a muse? But the interior of the wooden egg is scant, but oddly homey. It does kind of feel like a case of cabin fever in waiting. There's a hammock, a bed, a workspace, a viewing window, a cooking area, and of course, a toilet area without any running water. The entire interior is a wooden beige color, pure wood with no paint or decorative facades. More interesting than the oddly boring interior of this buoyant egg is its origin. The egg was inspired by the nearby nesting seabirds. It even blends into the calm riverside in an oddly serene way, this giant wooden egg house. Number 2, the coolest castle in Cleveland. It does seem a little strange that the 2 castles on this list of the most amazing homes are both in the United States of America, where there was never a legitimate medieval castle built. But this castle in Cleveland is hardly medieval. In fact, it's hardly much of a castle. It's more of a manor, really. This is a 12,000 square foot Elizabethan manor from 1915. Oh, and it's one of the most amazing homes I've ever seen. And that's why it's number 2. The manor has 4 stories, 12 baths, an iron gate, a well-tended garden, rectangular windows, and even some front-facing crenellations in case you need to defend the manor with some skilled archers. It has the biggest wooden door you've ever seen, with a mean-looking doorknob. And don't even get me started on the inside. It feels like the location of your next game of Clue. Someone has definitely killed a butler with a candlestick in this house. The decor, the marble statues, the Renaissance vibe to the place. I would pay all $42 in my bank account to live here. It even has a fountain room, marble floors, chandeliers, and enough old furniture to fill 3 seasons of Antiques Roadshow. Number 1, the most expensive house in China. Now this place fascinates me. If you've ever been captivated or wowed by tranquil Chinese architecture, like the quiet bamboo gardens, the flowing rooftops, the simplistic fish ponds, and the small temples, then you're gonna love this house. The estate is known as Taohuayuan House, and it's one of the most expensive houses in China. It's sold at around $154 million US. In Mandarin, Taohuayuan means utopia, and it's kinda easy to see how the property earned its name. First, the house is located in the middle of a lake on a private island, so it's totally isolated. And the entire property is constantly saturated in mysterious billows of mist. There are beautifully lush gardens, flowing streams and canals. In fact, the house was designed strictly with the laws of Feng Shui in mind. What you get is a serene and peaceful property with many places to sit and philosophize, theorize, and hang around pondering the meaning of life. There are 32 rooms, 32 bathrooms, and even a waterfall. This is a house that gives new meaning to the word sanctuary. Well, there you go. Were these houses as amazing as I promised? Which of these unbelievable homes would you want to move into, like, tomorrow? Tell me in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for my next amazing video.